When it comes to choosing the best country to live in, the answer you come up with might differ from the answers of other people, especially because it all depends on what you are using to define a country as being the best, whether it's happiness levels, overall financial stability, type of climate, or something completely unrelated to any of these suggestions. The definition of the number one country to live in is entirely subjective. That said, there have been many surveys conducted regarding the overall consensus as to which countries are superior in terms of livability. Various news outlets and data collectors have unveiled their findings as to which countries people view as being the best to call home. So in this video we will be showing you top 10 best country to live in the world as of 2022. But before then, if you are new here on Frank Hero TV, please don't forget to subscribe and then turn on your post notifications bell so you can get notified anytime I post a new video. Without further ado, let's get into it. Norway. Norway is a Scandinavian country encompassing mountains, glaciers, and deep coastal fjords. Oslo, the capital, is a city of green spaces and museums. Preserved 9th century Viking ships are displayed at Oslo's Viking Ship Museum. Bergen, with colorful wooden houses, is the starting point for cruises to the dramatic Sognefjord. Norway is also known for fishing, hiking, and skiing, notably at Lillehammer's Olympic Resort. Norway population is 5.379 million as of 2022. Switzerland. The health of people who live in Switzerland is outrageously impressive. Like Norway, Switzerland's life expectancy was a factor the United Nations applauds Switzerland for, particularly due to the lack of fatal diseases present in the residents of Switzerland. Surprisingly, even though Switzerland was beat by Norway for the title of the number one country to live in, Switzerland's life expectancy is slightly higher than that of Norway. People in Switzerland live to be about 83 years old. Switzerland is a prime example of how taking care of yourself will result in wondrous things, but this is a privilege that not all countries award their citizens. Finland. Finland is the third number on this list, especially because they are rated as the most happiest people in the world. The country hosts a wife-carrying race, they drink more coffee than anyone else, and they celebrate a day of failure. Quirkiness aside, Finland is the happiest country in the world. It's also one of the most northern-reaching countries in the world and a prime place to watch the northern lights. Don't worry about visiting during the winter. There are about 2 million saunas in Finland to keep you warm. Ireland. The Republic of Ireland occupies most of the island of Ireland, off the coast of England and Wales. Its capital, Dublin, is the birthplace of writers like Oscar Wilde and home of Guinness beer. The 9th century Book of Kells and other illustrated manuscripts are on show in Dublin's Trinity College. Ireland is an amazing place to live because it is one of the safest countries around the world. The levels of criminal activity in Ireland are lower than ever, and the prevalence of homicidal behavior is at a bare minimum.
Hong Kong, China.
Hong Kong, officially the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China, is a city and special administrative region of China on the eastern Pearl River Delta in South China. Hong Kong is a major international financial center with a high quality of life. Hong Kong has very low taxes, the highest income tax at 17%, making it attractive for businessmen. Additionally, like many of the other countries on this list, Hong Kong has very low crime rates despite being a very densely populated urban area. Many believe that Hong Kong is the perfect blend of East and West cultures with colonial buildings, temples, and ancient traditions and festivals living side by side with modern public transportation and tall glass skyscrapers. Iceland. Iceland, a Nordic island nation, is defined by its dramatic landscape with volcanoes, geysers, hot springs, and lava fields. Massive glaciers are protected in Vatnajökull and Snæfellsjökull national parks. Most of the population lives in the capital, Reykjavik, which runs on geothermal power and is home to the National and Saga museums tracing Iceland's Viking history. The average lifetime of citizens in Iceland is around 83 years of age. There are still some places around the world where people do not live beyond 40 years old, so Iceland is impressive for having a life expectancy of nearly double that of other countries.
Sweden.
Sweden is a Scandinavian nation with thousands of coastal islands and inland lakes, along with vast boreal forests and glaciated mountains. Its principal cities, eastern capital Stockholm and southwestern Gothenburg and Malmö, are all coastal. Stockholm is built on 14 islands. It has more than 50 bridges, as well as the medieval old town, Gamla stan, royal palaces, and museums such as open-air Skansen. Sweden has a strong social welfare system, providing strong healthcare and free education. Sweden's social model focuses on growth, equality, freedom, and security. Sweden also has great conditions for workers, such as a minimum of 5 weeks vacation and a government organization that supports entrepreneurs looking to start a company. Lastly, like the other Nordic countries, Sweden has very low rates of violent crime, 14 incidents per 100,000 people, and ranks well for overall health and well-being.
Australia.
Officially, the Commonwealth of Australia is a sovereign country comprising the mainland of the Australian continent, the island of Tasmania, and numerous smaller islands. With an area of 7,617,930 square kilometers, Australia is the largest country by area in Oceania and the world's 6th largest country. As the 9th best country to live in according to the Human Development Report, Australia is praised by the United Nations for its emphasis on education and the importance of going to school. There is a healthy level of pressure to not only attend school, but to perform exceptionally and take pride in academic marks. The average number of years that Australians attend school for is roughly 20 years old, meaning most Australian children remain enrolled in the education system until they graduate from an undergraduate college. As with every situation, there are exceptions, but the education in Australia accounts for more than 5% of the country's GDP. So that's something for which Australia deserves to be recognized. The last number on this list, which is number 10, is Denmark. Denmark is a Scandinavian country comprising the Jutland Peninsula and numerous islands. It's linked to nearby Sweden via the Øresund Bridge. Copenhagen, its capital, is home to royal palaces and colorful Nyhavn Harbor, plus the Tivoli amusement park and the iconic Little Mermaid statue. Odense is writer Hans Christian Andersen's hometown, with a medieval core of cobbled streets and half-timbered houses. Denmark rounds out the top 10 countries to live in, and it's easy to see why. For starters, social trust, which measures people's trust in one another, their government, and public institutions such as police and hospitals, is very high in Denmark. Moreover, healthcare and education, even college, are completely free to all citizens. While Denmark is a global leader in industries including shipping, design, and architecture, it is also a green-forward country. Even in the capital city of Copenhagen, bikes often outnumber automobiles, and the country is constantly developing new methods of living cleaner and greener. Finally, the Danes have given the world the concept of hygge, pronounced hygge, a warm, very human term for time spent away from the hustle and bustle, peacefully relaxing and appreciating life's smaller joys, often with family and or friends. So guys, that's it. Top 10 best country in the world to live in. Are you living or have lived in any of these countries? What do you think of our analysis and rating? Let us know your thoughts in the comments box below. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider to subscribe and then turn on your post notifications bell so you can get notified anytime I post a new video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.